Now we play Ekko.
Got a good feeling about tomorrow.
I am a god amongst men, an ascendant.
Oh, baby.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire.
I can't figure a better way to with this video anyway. Okay.
The whole world shall tremble before thee. I will lift the power from the
Do it, baby. Let's go.
only true ascendant.
You'll never see it someday.
Ask and you shall receive. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the lovely deck here. Well, I looked at the comments and it seemed as though some people thought it was deck suggestion day, and I'm like, I'm looking to see which of these two decks you guys want to see. And it seems that at least the people that understood the assignment said Karma, Ekko. You guys gave me some other suggestions. One that I already did, and I think one that was a little bit hard to do. But this one is the one that got the most votes, at least. So I'm going to still play it. Let me just briefly explain it again, and then we're going to get some games in. So the odds are to have as little as possible spells in the deck, so that when we do get Spirit of Wuju, we will draw what we want. We eventually will draw into Glorious Evolution. Karma will duplicate it. We do have Ekko that's going to shuffle Chrono Breaks when we predict enough. That's why it's not that bad to copy Time Tricks with our Imperfectionist, or our, well, either one of our Imperfectionists. And then of course we got the Fallen Feline. If we get it in the hand, we do all that good stuff. We're definitely running Hexcore Foundry because we do need to draw into our stuff. I'm sometimes still as a player afraid to play this card. I'm afraid to let my opponent draw half the time, unless I'm playing traps. Then I don't care. But it's still weird sometimes. It's a little awkward. We have the stage hand. We have stuns. We definitely need to run stuns. We need to be able to stall because it is a Karma-based deck. Outside of that, it's a super fun time. Hopefully, we can get some games in for the community to have some fun. And maybe this deck is stronger than I think. I do think that there's sometimes, like I said, I briefly mentioned that the Kane Vayne deck. Like, I think I could see when a deck is supposed to be good. This deck actually, I think, is not that great right now. I think that PNZ needs more predictions. I think if once PNZ has more predictions by itself, Ekko will skyrocket, and then then you won't need Shurima as much, and then you can ban it with other things in like Ionia or another region. But there's not too much predicts currently. That's what I think hurts Ekko, that he always has to be with Zillion, and I think that's what hurts him. Anywho, let's get some games. And how funny! I don't care how this match goes, but just based off the things that I just said, right? Brrt Zed is actually, and this is why I started content creating, by the way, because I was talking to my friend when Brrt was first announced. Not only did I say Brrt was going to be absolutely insane, I also said that this would be one of the better decks. I thought that having a Chime land on Zed would be absolutely insanely annoying. That was my prediction. Oh, he threw out everything. That was my prediction at the time, and and that's when I started to realize that I actually can like somewhat predict the meta, not fully, but I can somewhat predict of what cards are going to be good. And that's why I said the same thing with Vayne, same thing with Nora. Nora is, I think, in her package, right? Nora is one of the more like used cards. I think that came out in that. I could be wrong. I forgot what came out with Nora, but she's one of the stronger archetypes in the game. I know that was going to be nuts. I knew Vayne was going to be nuts. She's, I think, was definitely used in more decks than anything else. We could look for it. The Crystal. Drawing actually helps him a little bit too, but our hand sucks so bad. I might Hexcore Foundry because we do have Imperfectionist. So if I can somehow either draw into it or copy it or something like that and get our things going, his deck is going to be pretty slow, especially if he doesn't drop Zed on curve. And now he's going to be drawing cards, and his hand's going to become a problem. He's holding on to stuff, and he's going to need to play it. This deck, I think, normally runs not like chunky stuff. So he has a lot of cards in hand, but he's going to drop a Zed, or he's going to drop something now that has a significant amount of. Okay, no. What is he trying to create? Exodia? Like, what the fuck? What is he doing? We got stuns for days, though. So the only thing that I don't want to copy any of these really. I thought about maybe the Stallion Disciple, so then we could start drawing a little bit, but don't want to do that. Next turn we could Spirit of Buju, hopefully get the Fallen Felines Hexite Crystal, and then we duplicate that, and then we have some fun with that. But he has something in the hand, either that or his hand is absolutely all spells. But I feel like he has maybe Bard, and he doesn't want to actually drop it on Bard. This thing has dropped all of those chimes. He has something that he's trying to chime up, but now it's his turn. Or maybe he's running like an elusive that's keep getting the chimes. I'm waiting till whatever he puts the chimes. We'll be able to stall it for one turn. I know that he doesn't anticipate us having the triple turn though. We have all of our Spirit of Wujus, all of our stuns. There it is. We have it all. I'm going with Spirit of Wuju here. We draw Glorious Evolution. So the only thing left on our deck now is the 3 Chime Tricks and the 1 Hexite Crystal. Now, if he keeps stalling even further, what is it, 2 turns, we can actually play it. So, my turn. But he could have Deny, and he is drawing a lot, so there's a likelihood that he has Deny. Bard only got 1 chime. There's a possibility that a lot of the chimes landed on absolutely nothing as well. That is a actual thing. That they didn't land on anything good. That like 1/1. A lot of them were triggered. But without overwhelm, as long as we have blockers, we should be fine. There was 5 of them. But I think him leveling up, doesn't that insinuate that there was something getting chimes? Alright. This is definitely a game where I want to... Oh boy. Okay. This thing got a ton of chimes. I was thinking about playing one of the stage hands, if not one of the... Well, we trade down here, which is fine. Well, I at least need to block the 8. I can let that tape by, really. But we blocked the 8-10. Just big stats. But once we get our thing going, once we get Glorious Evolution, we actually can keep in somewhat tempo with him, right? Which is kind of nuts about this deck, right? So, like... we play nothing here. We have all we need. We're gonna burn 2 cards here. That sucks. Ah! Damn it, Karma. But he... Okay, so we both lose a really important piece. This does suck, though. He can deny this, too, which would make me pretty much lose the game. But I feel like this deck doesn't run deny. Actually, it should. It really should. But it could be greedy, which it is. Yeah, he's super greedy. What is he at? 230? Okay. Obviously, definitely can't attack now. We take at most,
without a sound.
The Zed. 3 chimes on the Zed. That's 12 damage, 19 damage. How greedy are you? How greedy are you? Do you still play a card because you're... Nope. Nope. Took too long. Hexite Crystal in the building. We took too long. We did play what's-it-called on curve, but... him and getting the Dawn and Dust, he got his perfect combo. We would obviously pop off this turn, and we would have done fine. But I didn't get anything that I really needed. Like, a lot of these cards were just dead draws. It is like that. God of Blasphemy playing Swain MF. Makes sense. We actually have a decent curve here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should be fine here. It just like a combo oriented deck, but a lot of decks sometimes do, and that's it's funny. That's where I feel like people, get upset when a deck is actually consistent, when it works and it does what it's intended to. You know, that's what I find is super funny about like certain people. It's like, oh, this deck is freaking. It actually works. It has it flows like a Zero Aurelia. As annoying as it is to fight against, it's annoying because of how consistent it is. It's a good deck, and I find that like this deck is probably consistent, especially if when he draws on curve. But then the only issue with some of the more combo-esque decks that people make is that it's not consistent. It's just that it has a little bit more gimmick to it, so it's either more fun that way. But I mean, we just play on curve, right? This makes our witness cheaper. I can't envision. Outside of giving that to Swain, which would suck.
Get him. Bring the others.
You can also argue the Hex Core Foundry I played. I just, well, you know what? You can't really say that either. I was gonna say like I assisted my opponent, right? Since I helped him out too much or something like that. Multiple karmas or multiple time tricks. I've gone on record to say I don't mind copying early time trick. Because it just gives me draw. And like a slightly targeted draw. Yeah, there we go. I was hoping it was like a 1-1. His deck is obviously about just spamming stuff on the floor. If he's smart, I actually would put this on this so it trades into the 4-2. That's what I would do.
You can fix anything with anything.
This might be the new version of Pirate Aggro.
Could be nicer.
Do I just double time trick here? That makes my thing cost cheaper. I'm just gonna trade into the 5-2, obviously. Even better. Get a crystal in there. And another blocker. Make it rain. That's fine. Oh, this has quick attack. I didn't even notice that. I think you just spread the damage out.
Oh, I'm gonna clone ya.
So now it's just 1 damage difference, like of. I think you spread that out a little bit. I'm not too sure of the mathematicals, but I'm pretty sure that's technically what you should do. Alright, Designer Erkin. It's not looking good for your boy. Evil Imperfectionist. I think we predict again. Ekko. Ekko might be a little too slow. Glorious Evolution is definitely too slow. Maybe I should have passed there, actually.
Get shipwrecked.
No, he's actually gonna trade? What?
Found some flotsam.
What do you have in your hand? Do you have Swain? What? Is he leveled? No. That's a really weird thing. Like, your HP doesn't matter at all, and that thing had quick attack. Unless, like I said, you're trying to give that to someone else. But even early swing will be better with the overwhelm, so he actually Nexus strikes. So I don't agree with that. We have one more predict on Ekko, and he's leveled. So if he does play Swain or anything like that,
will Noxus rise.
perfect, my guy. It's what I was looking forward to Christmas for. I should duplicate a bunch of stuns. That is A-okay. We time trick. Not really. I'll probably end up drawing him anyway. No, lookout. Okay. I'm gonna need my spell mana here. Ekko is leveled here, which is great.
More air, miracles.
I think we take the... I don't understand that attack. Which makes me really wanted to play this, because then one of these would have got reduced, but... Alright, here we go. There it is. I know I draw into another Ekko somehow, some way. Alright. This is where history has to be made. Right here, right now. Chrono breaks. We have a Hexite Crystal. We have a bunch of time tricks in the deck. I do actually want a Hexcore Foundry here. Like, yeah, he should just slap this on this. Definitely needs to force me to like have like some type of answer.
Noxians are not the monsters they make us out to be.
Oh boy.
This is my future.
I gotta hope to get an attack off right now. I doubt he lets me do it, but that's like so much double swing. There's so many things he can have in hand. Which is wasted on this, because usually that does the problem anyway.
Victory awaits.
Alright. Now he has to give him that thing, but when he gives it to him, I need to have a stun in hand. So actually, if I could possibly draw into one of my stuns, it would be pretty good here. Because he'd have to give it the quick attack. Glorious Evolution, which I can play as well. And I draw into a stun, so I can't play Glorious Evolution anymore. Especially if he gets greedy and hands this to him. Now, if he actually attacks here, I don't think that I die. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think I die. There we go, my boy. I don't think I die here, right? Because now he can't attack with it. He can't deny it. Because I would like to see... I really wish I could somehow still get the Glorious Evolution off right now. But I might as well just play it on my turn.
Take one.
So now he's stunned because you're greedy.
Our purpose calls to us. We cannot turn away.
8 mana left. We can play another Ekko.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
I actually almost feel like duplicating Ekko right now.
Take the high ground.
Well, actually, I already duplicated him. Here we go. He'd have to have 2 spells to take him out.
Better not start with an E and rhyme with gecko.
The bigger the hunt, the better the trophy.
Alright, we got a lot of attack, but you have to attack with that stuff. Only attacks with one thing here.
This is my only chance.
And I have an Ephemeria. I could risk it with Ekko, but then I wouldn't even be able to time trick anyway.
Such little lives.
Alright. I'm ready. This turn is huge. Another Hexcore Foundry. I think honestly I just start off with it. Because it actually makes everything cheaper for me. And it's not like he can stop it anyway. So this is big for me because then this turns 0. Time tricks turn to 1, so I can actually time trick again. It just makes everything a lot more easier for me. Now he could actually hit my Nexus and stun my Ekko. Well, that's fine too. I would love to even see Karma here, actually. Like, draw into Karma somehow.
Sometimes you're the fish, sometimes you're the bait.
Ekko would die if I attack. He just blocks with Homeboy Fresh. Get rid of the Hexcore. Karma's here. Everything I want is coming true. Karma is here to be played next turn. I like to see that. Spend that mana. Now, there's not too many 0-cost spells that I can do. Because I have 1 cost, right? So there's a lot of risk involved of him blocking with Swain, right? I'm just going to use it. I get the Chrono Break.
Counter reinforcement.
No, deja vu isn't what it used to be.
I could attack again and then hope that I get a Hexite. Maybe we just attack with this. This has enough power to kill off Swain. Well, actually, yeah, that was stupid. And this is, I was just talking to someone like in the comment section. It's like certain silly plays. This is silly because he could just, I don't know why, but he could just block with one of the 2/2s. He does lose a blocker here. Like I said, I could attack with Ekko and maybe scare him into not blocking it with Swain, and then I get a free time trick because he has to worry about me having a 0 mana card. But the only one Glorious Evolution, the only 0 mana card that I could possibly have.
Hey, you want me to rewind? You need more time.
I do. I would love for you to rewind right now. Wow. He got shook. So I could attack with Ekko. He got shook for some reason. He actually could still kill Ekko right now with 2 spells. It's about to get spicy, ladies and gentlemen. This is about to get spicy. Oh, off the tiz up. Yes. Yes, sir. Now we can drop down Karma. That's sweeping 4. She won't even die, and if she dies, it doesn't matter. We have Chrono Break. He's out. No, get your ass back here. Don't you dare let that clock wind down.
Heart and mind as one.
Or is he baiting me into like a
Ionia speaks through
could
me.
he actually be baiting me into a like some type of thing that I'm not aware of? Which he does. I'm gonna take the pass. Now this is the classic, right? I attack now and he magically starts blocking. Happens every freaking time. Every single time. Like, is there a spell that like actually, you know what? If he actually runs Death Lotus, right? Like a double Death Lotus would clear my entire board because of Lord Broadmane. No, not like this. Oh, come on.
That one's for you, son.
It's like I can't even. We played, I think, well. I did make that one mistake. As soon as I did that attack, I think that it's that's one of the times where I don't even want to include that as a win. But I think that worst case scenario, I think we still won that. Oh, let's actually in the comments below. Let me know. Do you think that I win or lose that match there? All right, so we actually have open attack here against a deck that really can't deal with it. Against a slow deck, which if I get my combo pieces, I should be fine. I think we drop this first. I could obviously drop this to push 1 damage and then get the spell in my hand. It's kind of useless. Alright, so what we're hoping here is to get the early Hexite by some way, shape, or form. Nice time trick. I like to see it.
I am the Shimon Wind. Whoosh.
I wouldn't actually be opposed to, like I said, maybe Evil Perfectionist and Time Trick, but since we do have this and we do have the Spirit of Wuju, I do want to see if I could. I'm gonna Time Trick, not actually play the unit. Glorious Evolution or Karma. Now, in this scenario, I'm gonna go with Karma because this deck here. The reason why is because this deck here can't like kill her. And I'm obviously not going to attack with her.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
And now I actually get the ability to activate Flow. So now we can actually play Spirit of Wuju next turn. So he plays Spirit of Wuju. Hopefully we get the Hexite Crystal and then we start duplicating it like crazy.
Thought me smell something.
Has an 8-cost card in hand. That's fine. We get Glorious Evolution, which is possible. That's fine.
We go.
Our HP is not super important, and I don't plan to copy this in any way, so I just take the thing with the most health. No troll chance. I guess he's saving it for Christmas. That's fine. Avalanches anyway. So that was a way to push 3 damage. And since I know he's running that now, and I am one of those people that do forget about avalanches and stuff like that, so maybe I might need to wait and to play him until later. But I will, like I said, play Karma because
We'll bring peace to
one, I just threw another one in hand, but I want the random cards actually in my hand. Wow. I highly doubt you run 3 of those. But that's actually why. I actually don't mind him like killing her off. Because next turn is the turn that I would prefer No, I can't play both.
How can Braum help? Ooh, tell the one about your door again.
Patrol 1, Patrol 2, Patrol 3.
Because I'm thinking about the potential of doubling. Like, that was cool for that video, right? Oh, yeah, let's go.
Get 'em.
You got a troll chant?
Bring the others. Affirmative.
You can't kill it like that.
Take the high ground.
That made it awkward for him to go for a Braum pill, so I like how he adapted to that. We could just rip it rip the band-aid off right now, honestly. Makes a lot of things awkward and kind of ramps up on him. He's actually coming close to his, he could turn 10 something, he could bury it in ice. But I could, like I said, I'd have to still wait 3 turns. I think that the value I get off of this is more important. Like, just to play it now. I think that this
Footprints here.
one of my guilty pleasures. I actually should have opened attack since I was gonna do that anyway. But I think one of my guilty pleasures sometimes is just doing like suboptimal plays. Like there it is. Like so he would have let me take that. He would have let me take that attack. He would have healed back anyway. Now he has 12 mana. Now he could feel the rush, right? So,
Time for talking.
which
Good
is
luck. Have fun.
very strange. Open attack here. Well, technically he does have to. He has to pay. He has to. I don't run Deny in this deck, but I am. You know, I am Ionia, so I do respect him at least being somewhat cautious. Let's see. Let's throw in. I can even multiply Karma. Let's do this one first. Spiruju's not that bad because I can get my other spells in other ways. Well, I can get it with that. Also tempting him to the board wipe, right? These are 2 2s at the moment. We have 3 Evil Imperfectionists. He's holding on to a lot of mana. There's actually an argument that I should have just straight up passed. But I have to just keep up Deny mana.
Patrol 1, Patrol 2, Patrol
Keeping up Deny mana is good enough in the meta game, right? So he can't. Yeah, there we go.
It is easy. See?
That is good enough pressure. All right, there goes our Spirit of Wuju. We're gonna play that out. He has 13 mana here. We obviously want to play Karma.
the others. Affirmative.
We get the Hexite Crystal, so that's phenomenal. There it is. He goes for the big 3 wipe. Karma is now safe to play. As much as I can tell as far as how this game works, Karma's safe to play. I don't know what 5 mana spell he could come out the crack of his ass and play. We open attack with Karma. I'm just kidding. Just relax. Relax. Also can play this to duplicate the Hexite Crystal. There we go. And this is, yep, there we go. I was just hoping for something. That's a card draw as well. Does he level? Karma does.
Peace begins within.
Betrayal Freljord. Alright, so we got mana versus mana versus mana versus mana. 13 versus 13. Action! Let's go. What do you got versus what do I got? And I got a lot. I don't know what he'll do. Aurelian Soul. Okay.
Your favorite star. I created it.
If you need a job done right, then do it yourself.
Reason why I'm doing that is just because, well, to be quite frankly, I could literally kill Aurelian Soul. He doesn't know how many cards I have in my hand, so if I can boost this.
Will shine. Let's show our friends they do. We should be
Okay.
friends.
Opts not to attack with him, which is smart. So first we're gonna do is, actually no, we put this first, and then we ping. I can actually use the other Karma in my hand,
Many
which is going to completely fill my hand. All right, so that dies to that. This dies to that. He doesn't die yet. This is pretty much where you lose. Oh! God damn! Damn. Damn, boy, you hate to see it. Oh man. Oh boy. I mean, this is lethal next turn, right?
Anything helps.
Why are you still? You know why he's still here? Because he's a Aurelian Soul player. That should be a GG. But he's only here because he's a Aurelian Soul player. Because he knows that there's games where he played Field of Rush and the person stayed there and let them get their rocks off. That's why he's still here. The only reason why he's still here. Because he knows. He knows. And I respect the fact that he knows. And for that, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna respect it. What a respectable guy.
We knew it would be so.
We did. Shurima, your emperor has returned. Relatively slow deck. I hate that the quicksands and stuff like that. I would love to kind of keep it Ekko. I'm starting to realize the one weakness of this is like all the 4-drops. There you go. Too many 4-drops. I'm actually gonna get rid of the evil imperfectionist here.
Anything helps.
For another 4-drop. Now, I know some of the 4 and the 5-drops are supposed to get reduced, but unless I have consistent spells, it's kind of like, I wouldn't even say anti-synergy, but it's very combo oriented, so that's why. Super duper combo oriented. Alright, we get that. This guy's out. Get a predict going. About to say, I wouldn't mind seeing Time Trick right now.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
Why not attack? Aren't you? Yeah, you're running Xerath. It's very awkward, no attack there.
Never had luck, never needed it.
Instant snap, I'm gonna just throw that Ekko. Hopefully he goes below 3 mana.
Would you look at this place?
He does not.
I do my own stunts.
He probably has it. Or he'll chuck this in front. Well, no, in like 2 seconds. There it is. Of course he has it. Oh, well. Not like I can trade into any of his units. It would have been nice to get a trigger out of it, but... Alright, now he does that. I think we play Karma here. Predict first. Can we make it to turn 10? I do have to be careful playing Karma though, because of I'm gonna get the Hexite, the Hex Core, and I'm actually gonna play it. I do have to be somewhat careful here, just because of the fact that he could have the Strike spell, right? The Siphoning Strike.
Do not see what is, see what will be.
That would be my #1 concern for that. Now I feel like just bum rushing him. You wanna know why? Because his field is pretty full right now. So I'm actually gonna go with the strategy of forcing him to play cards at like awkward intervals. Yeah, I actually want you to keep all your cards in hand. Next turn, redraw Ekko, which is great. And we have a lot of throwaway minions, so.
Your emperor commands.
Putting to nothing.
Can't steal.
Glorious sacrifice.
All right, we start emptying out our hand a little bit. It's turn 7.
Shurima, your emperor has returned.
Our city is in your care, and you in ours.
He's definitely gonna evolve on us.
Take the high ground.
Alright, our hand's pretty empty. 6 cards, he has 7. There goes a time trick. 2 time tricks, okay. So I can double time trick into Ekko. Spirit of Wuju seems nice. Another time trick seems smart as well. Just to get the spells out of my deck. Now we play Ekko.
Got a good feeling about tomorrow.
Now, he has to hold certain cards in his hand,
Improve themselves.
right? We definitely know for a fact he has to hold cards in his hand, right? Because why would you pass? I mean, we'll burn what, 1 card? Because he's expecting me to attack, and he doesn't want to lose his light of negations. He doesn't want to lose any of that, right? So him passing right now, if we can mill some champions here, it'd be really good. I can get Ekko back, you know? We have 2 more turns until it's definitely gonna be Awakened Shurima, but he might lose a bunch of his whatchamacallit here. Clockhopper dead. I'm hoping to mill a champion. Nope.
All are welcome.
Remember this day. It is time. I have risen. And
With me, Shurima. Oh baby. And now it's down to 9. What I'm assuming, like I said, is that actually if his hand's full, this thing says you draw them, right? Yeah, you draw them. He actually has to empty his hand before he plays another
You made choices.
Intruder, get him.
I do have 1. Actually, I should wait until I clear my board and then I should play it. We definitely want to play Karma, like at the very end. Okay. Hands back to, so that's a lot of mana. Actually, no, what does that thing do? It gives you the what is it? Oh, I hate this. This thing is so trash. It's so trash.
in Shurima's name.
Okay. In Shurima's name. We play this first. I think it reduces it by 4, but it's kind of hard to like see the card. But I tried there, yeah, by 4. All right, but that's burst speed. He has to pass past an initiative. Okay. So he's trying to hyper level it right now. So he gets.
I am a god amongst men, an ascendant.
Oh baby. Azir's level, Zeraf's level 2. Now his hand's full. He's gonna blow a bunch of cards here, actually. So we play Karma.
Only speaks through me.
Before my hand gets cluttered as hell, I play this. I get a Hexite. Okay. Let's fucking go. Give me your best. Give me your best. Oh, that sucks. Actually, no, it doesn't.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire.
I can't figure a better way to fuck with this video anyway. Okay, that sucks. Every card that he's about to get from his Emperor's deck is getting burned. So he loses all that. That is perfect. Alright, so first step is first. Yes, I know I said that. Well, he has Zeraf, right? So he's definitely going to play Zeraf.
What could you ever teach me?
And this Memory Cloak is actually really good. It actually would stop a Siphoning Strike onto my Karma. So he's trying to play as slow as possible. I understand that. For my first trick, We're gonna play the Hexite Crystal. It does too. He can Rite of Negation it, obviously.
The order is given.
Okay. Do it, baby. Let's go. Do have to keep mana up for that thing in case he does try to target one of my units here. We will stun Xerath.
Receive forgiveness, we must commit all. Embrace your fate as I have mine.
Exactly, my dude. Embrace it.
Sun's beneath me and winds
Alright, so we don't have to worry about Siphoning Strike anymore. We don't have to worry about a lot of things anymore, which is great. So we open attack here.
I will make this right.
This is my future.
Again, I'm very aware that he could still have the he could have Shapestone, he could have a lot of stuff like that. Makes me want to keep the karma back, but I have to threaten lethal, right? If I don't attack with everything, I don't threaten lethal. So we could just pretty much take out. Then we also have the ability to generate cards for absolutely no reason. So I would kill the karma here. Do you have the Burial Sands? That's the end of his thing. I could time trick. I get 2 time tricks here. Oh, baby. Azir is down. He should technically have another Azir, but do you want to waste your mana playing another Azir? He has to see whether or not I get the Chrono Break. Ooh! I mean, I had 2 shots. I had like 4 shots at it, so. Oh, I thought. Oh my god! I actually almost. That was like kind of scary because of hand space. Now, Rite of Negation does work here. It does take out both. Did he actually predict that? He did. He kept it up. Now this can't be used on that. He actually kept it up. What a god. Because round start, he hits the weakest enemy, so he's going to hit this immediately. I do get another card, and then he actually has his Emperor's deck. I do have to go for it, though. Absolutely. Okay, cool. Actually, watch. One of them actually gets burned, right? So I get one and the other one gets burnt, right? Oh, no, okay. Drop the mic on him. Let's go. Let's fucking go. That's what I'm talking about.
That one's for you, son.
From that moment on, Zaun took over Shurima. Shurima's all of their glorious technology and advancements were now given to the Zaunites, and the Zaunites then claimed an independent country separate from Piltover. Now it's called Zaun and Shurima, to be now known in the game as ZNS. Thank you so much for watching.